I'm going to be starting a new series here with Pokemon. I'm going to be building myself up towards playing ranked play. So they're introducing a ranked play. I believe the rule set came out yesterday or today. So the rule set for the ranked has come out. And we have never really had a lot of experience with playing ranked Pokemon battles. Honestly, haven't played very many online battles in general. Been playing Pokemon my whole life. I love the grind. I love the game. Now I need a purpose for it. So I want to grind my Pokemon, get them up to ranked play material. But currently I don't have any Pokemon trained up to do that yet. I've messed around with some teams that you can rent. Not real comfortable with it yet. So we're going to play some casual play first, try and get kind of used to battling real people. Then we're going to probably play some ranked with the rented teams, and eventually I'm going to build my own team as I get going. And I'd like to take this process to learn how to play competitive Pokemon, and I would like to try and learn that along with you guys and see how that goes. But for this episode, I wanted to do something a little special since it's the first episode kind of thing in the series. So I decided what it would happen if I took the team or a team of Pokemon that I used throughout the game, completely not EV, IGV trained, not the perfect nature, nothing is perfect about these Pokemon that I know of. I have not trained them any more than what you do throughout the game. So this is the team that I came up with. Some of them don't even have items because I haven't collected the competitive items yet. Trying to get some BP for that. So that grind's still going on. But I was wondering what would happen if somebody just took the team they played the game with and went into online battles. Would they do well? So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to play a couple versus matches casually with the team, with a team of people that I played the game with as we move forward. So if you guys like the Pokemon content and want to see more, if you're interested in learning about competitive Pokemon with me, learn together, you can comment below. Let me know things I can do better as I'm getting going, because I want to learn. And hopefully we can learn together as we go through the process, check out the meta, see what's going on. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Let's find some matches. How do we match up here? Alright, so this is an interesting team. My initial thought is that the little cotton dude at the bottom there will come out first because they're going to try and get Tailwind. Bravery's really strong. Arcanine's strong, and so the question, I bet that they go Cotton, Bravery, Arcanine, and the dragon at top, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. So the question is, who do they bring up first? And I feel like it's either going to be the Cotton and Bravery or Cotton and the dragon. And that's a pretty big difference there. I'm going to bring Dreadnought because he has the ice attack for the dragon. And we'll bring Cinderace because he's got a lot of versatility. Toxtricity for Bravery. Dreadnought also doubles as a good against Arcanine. And then I think I'm going to bring Dragapult just to be safe. I think Dragapult's always a safe bet. I think that's what we're going to go. Let's see how close I was here, all of my competitive knowledge. Let's see what she uses here. And see how we match up. Alright, so she's got her cute little outfit on, and Grimmsnarl, so I wasn't expecting that, but the little cotton dude is out first, which is not a surprise to me. So it is... Whimsicott really doesn't do much other than getting off that Tailwind to speed up the team. So I'm gonna have Dreadnought attack Whimsicott, even though I feel like Cinderace clearly has the one-shot ability, but I would rather do the big damage to Grimmsnarl because I don't think Whimsicott is as big of a threat. So he does withdraw Grimmsnarl right off the bat and brings out Dracovish, who is a Dragon Water Pokemon. If I had, I think. That's a total guess there, but we'll find out here with this type. Well, the Dragon alone is not very effective against fire. So, we see that coming. Dreadnaught's Ice Beam, though, will hit Whimsicott. Not very hard, though. Dreadnaught's not super strong, honestly. And I think we're going to pull out... If I pull out Cinderace, I don't know. Maybe he's not water. Maybe he's just dragon. I don't know if. Well, no, he must be water because it's effective instead of not effective against the dragon type. So I don't know if. Dragapult can survive a hit, and I don't know if Toxtricity can survive a hit. But we're gonna bring out Dragapult and see what happens. He's got more health than Cinderace right now. But I don't want that fish attack thing to come from... I want him to use the water attack, and I think we can survive that. Whimsicott uses Energy Ball, so that's going to be super duper effective. I didn't think about that. That grass typing is 4 times effective on Dreadnought. And so there's that fish attack I was talking about, and we are not going to survive that. So that's huge. I mean, we pretty much lost there. Not much I can do. I wasn't really expecting this team to do super well. I mean, during the game it had great coverage, but competitively speaking, and this is a pretty normal competitive group. Like, I've seen people use these Pokemon. So what if we bring out Tox and go Max Ooze? So what if we Dynamax? Special attack. Well, my other guy doesn't use special attack. So what if we use that Max Lightning on Dracovish? And then what if I go... What if we use Bounce to avoid the attack? So I'm hoping Dracovish targets Cinderace, and so that's why I'm going to use Bounce to try and avoid that water attack, and then just hope I can land enough damage this turn that if we attack first next time we're good. Toxtricity is not super fast. I don't know how fast what's his face is. This dragon guy, and I don't even remember his name well enough to use it. Uses beat up. Doesn't that up my stats a ton? Dracovish. He is Water Dragon. 75 speed. So he does get the attack off, and he's going to one-shot Toxtricity. I'm kind of surprised there. That was surprising. I didn't expect with Dynamax to get one-shot. So that's kind of interesting. I really thought... I guess maybe the attack on Cinderace was too obvious. So maybe he thought I was going to protect or something. But, so that kind of sucks. Because now I've lost Toxtricity. I haven't knocked out anybody. But, you know, I'm not really... I mean, I didn't expect a lot from playing a non-competitive team against people that are playing more competitive matchups. I did expect to do a little bit more than this, though. So, we'll see. There's that Tailwind, but it failed. So they both are gonna... They do not hit at all because Cinderace is 3 million feet in the air. So at least we did some damage there. At least I can feel like I did something. I feel like Whimsicott will probably protect itself here. So Dracovish will attack first. I honestly don't think I will survive the attack. So I don't think it's gonna matter much. But I mean, we'll go for it. We'll see. So Whimsicott uses Tailwind, which is going to make Dracovish faster than me, because so speed in this game instantly changes. Yeah, so so we use the water attack. Yeah, we won't survive that. So we're going to lose this matchup here pretty handedly. That didn't go super well. I don't know, I kind of half expected it, but I overlooked things like the ×4 for Whimsicott on Dreadnought, so I didn't target Whimsicott, and I should have to avoid that ×4. And I knew they would lead with Whimsicott, but I didn't think about that ×4, which cost me Dreadnought, who had my ice attack that could do big damage on the dragon. So unfortunately that didn't really work out, and then Toxtricity getting one shot as a Dynamax was a surprise. So let's see if this one goes any better. So this is another really typical group of Pokemon. I feel like I've seen setups with a lot of these people. I imagine that we will get Excadrill and probably Tyranitar to set up Sand, unless Excadrill is going to set up his own Sand. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Ice Cream Cone guy, just because of my Dragapult. But with him having his own dragon also, who's super strong, that could be different. Rotom is tough because he's got electric, so Dreadnought, who's my counter to dragon, is weak there. So the question is, what do we do? I feel like our matchups here are rough. I guess it's just going to come down to who do we think they're going to lead. Do we think they're going to set up Excadrill right away? I feel like it's going to be Hydration and like Tyranitar, or that little snail that I can't think of his name all of a sudden. So I don't know, that's tough because I really don't have good matchups. So I think Sirfetch'd is good here because he's good against a lot of their tankier Pokemon. And then we could go with Corviknight just because he's kind of tanky. We'll bring Dreadnought for the dragon. And after that, Cinderace. We gotta go fast. I don't know if we got locked in time. So if we didn't get locked in, we end up messing this up and having our first 4 Pokemon used. So that would really kind of suck because our first 4 Pokemon will not match up well against this team. So we'll see when they send them out. Unless we just get lucky that they use somebody I wasn't expecting. So they kind of did. I told you, I wasn't really surprised. Yeah, so we ended up using our first 2 Pokemon. So we have my top 4 because I didn't get plugged in time. That's not a huge deal though with the Ice Cream Cone out there, because now that means I have the Fire on Ice. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Protect though, because it's a very obvious matchup. With this being a casual game though, it also wouldn't surprise me to see them not Protect, just because... Why do I have Screech? Oh, this is Corviknight. Why does he have Screech? The question's still the same there. So I'm not really sure what I want to do to approach this. I almost want to Dynamax Corviknight right off the rip to try and make something happen. So maybe to set up more attacks. And then, so that is Hydration, I believe that's his name. I don't know if that's actually it or not, but it sounds right. And he's super weak to fighting attacks, obviously. Hydreigon, there you go. So I think we're gonna just go, we're gonna bank on the non-Protect, and we're gonna go one of each. So they are gonna withdraw the Ice guy. I think he sees, yeah, so he sees Gastrodon as a good matchup against this fire attack that's coming in. So he kind of read that play, and I kind of expected him to read it. I inexperiencedly expected a Protect instead of a switch out, but that's a good switch out. I like that. You know, just trying to learn how this works. So I think that's why these casual matchups are good, even if it is using a team that's not super, you know, well designed for this. It really does help me. He does have that Fire Blast though, so that's kind of big. We're kind of Hydreigon. We're really hoping we kind of, he avoided the tap. Oh no, okay. So Gastrodon. I don't know. The snail dude. He avoided the attack. I'm surprised that didn't do more damage, honestly. So I guess he's higher defense than I thought. mean, I don't know that much about him. He is he's a really solid all-around person. So that doesn't really surprise me now. It does suck though. That does suck. And I think that this is where it's going to come down to us not having a competitive team. Is kind of rough. So we might have to, after this little episode of us getting wiped, we might have to look into getting a more competitive team here. Oh, I forgot that this is a Corviknight that's G-Max. So what's the difference? What is G-Max? Oh, so that actually kind of sucks because now I don't get the speed boost of the wind attacks. So what if we... I don't think he expects an attack to Gastrodon. And we're going to pull out Cinderace and bring in Sirfetch'd. I think Sirfetch'd has a good matchup here, personally, unless I'm just not seeing something, and we'll see how that goes. And then I think that he's not going to expect the attack going into Gastrodon. So here, I'm assuming that the Hydro guy is going big here. I believe we're Dynamaxing him, if I had to guess. Oh, interesting. So I'm surprised by that Dynamax choice. That's kind of an interesting choice. A lot of times I haven't seen people Dynamax their tankier Pokemon. It is rather rough. And something holy cow, that did a lot of damage. Something that I did battle earlier when I was just trying to, I don't know, feel it out a little bit before recording this. So the Gigantamax Snorlax is allowed now in competitive, which is going to really suck because that dude eats damage and can pump it out when they train him right. And that dude walked my team. Not that my team is good, but it was another walk. I felt like we would be a little more competitive in these matches, honestly. But now that I get into it, it's not that surprising. So Sirfetch'd is going to die to the Hail, which that's really rough now because Sirfetch'd was my matchup typing, and he didn't survive that attack any better. So now we're kind of behind the 8-ball here, as they would say. I don't know. Dragapult just doesn't lose as easily here, I guess, is how I'm looking at it. So we're going to double up into Hydro here. Oh, so this... I believe these darts hit both people. So that kind of sucks, because my attack is not as strong, because I believe it splits it up between the two. But I've never double battled with him, so... I thought that's what it said, though, when I had used the attack during the game as well. So here comes Rotom, who I said wasn't a real favorable matchup anyways. So he's going to get hit by both of my attacks, because we doubled up into him. So this may not be the worst thing in the world. So it does split the attack between the two of them. So Rotom getting double hit here is not the worst, but he is going to be... Wow, he's going to take that like a champ. This Corviknight is not doing much, unfortunately. Not doing me very well here. So that means we're probably going to lose this. I mean, obviously we're going to lose this. But we're learning as we go. And that's okay. It's all a part of it. Oh man, I expected to battle a little more competitively though. I kind of expected to see myself do okay, I guess. At least, you know, knock out some Pokemon. And unfortunately, it really hasn't worked this way. And this Corviknight, I must have... You know what? I believe that I picked the Corviknight that... I mean, it's a G-Max Pokemon, so yes. This is the Corviknight that I got in a raid, and not the Corviknight I played in the game with. So I must have put the wrong one in my party, which is why I've got weird attacks like Screech. I don't have Roost to bring any heal back, so... Kind of unfortunate here. I mean, we're going to have to just eat this here, because it's not going to go well. I don't see any way that they don't kill both these people. So I don't think it matters. I mean, we could try and do something like this and avoid the attack at least. Get one. Oh, Max Guard, so that's not going to do me. Well, actually, so Max Guard's only going to protect this turn, so actually, that actually kind of works out okay. Discharge will kill. Oh, we avoided it. Oh, it was to Corviknight. I thought. Alright, he was to Dragapult. I thought he would go to Corviknight. How did Corviknight this time? I'm confused. Was that Hail? I'm not sure how he got buffed by Hail. He's not even on the field, but. So, I mean, it does make it a little more interesting since they tried to double up on Dragapult. I wonder if they thought that they wanted to make sure they killed Dragapult, but if they did, then it would automatically go to the next person. And so I guess the thought was that if they doubled up on him, it would be a win-win either way. But instead I used an attack that avoided theirs, which actually worked out in my favor. So Gastrodon, now that he's not Dynamaxed, I'm interested to see if he can outspeed me here. Rotom uses Protect, which is a little unfortunate because I think we could have killed him here. Phantom Force will outspeed Gastrodon. If we would have doubled up into Gastrodon, that would have been huge. But instead, I tried to go one of each. So Earth Power should probably kill Cinderace. Yeah, so that's unfortunate there. That was a good Protect, which made it so obviously we didn't do the damage we wanted to. The nice thing is, I know Dragapult can outspeed Gastrodon, so maybe we can at least kill somebody in this episode, which would be cool. But if not, it's whatever. So Gastrodon used Protect Max Guard as a large Pokemon. I would bet Gastrodon either retrieves Gastrodon or uses Protect again. He's going to withdraw Rotom. That's interesting. Seems kind of pointless, but I guess he wants the Blizzard back out there. And he wants to do... Yeah, so the Blizzard will make sure I die, basically. So I figured that Protect was coming. Or a Switch, but the Protect was what he did. We were going to avoid attacks, but the Blizzard was a good play because now it faints me anyway. So we unfortunately did not kill anybody. So that's rough. That is real rough, and you hate to see it. Yeah. So maybe we'll try one more. We'll squeeze one more in here. And a rented team, because it was getting pretty obvious that my team of people I got was not going to work. So this is our rented team. We're going to go ahead and see who we're matching up against. So this is an interesting team. These are some people I haven't seen. I would expect Mimikyu to come out to start with. I wouldn't be surprised to see either Charizard or was that Haxorus? Wouldn't be surprised to see either one of those. What is Haxorus? Is he just Dragon? He is. So he's just Dragon. Pretty fast, decently fast, really strong attack, defense not all that big of a deal. So he does have Dragon, Fairy, and Ice weaknesses. So that could be interesting. We don't have a great matchup for that. We can always use Dragapult. I'm interested to see who his fourth Pokemon will be. So I think what I'll do, I'd like to see, I think Corviknight will come in as our kind of tankier person. I think I'm going to go Tyranitar to set up Excadrill's Sand. And then we'll bring Dragapult to try and take care of Haxorus. Because that's really the only type advantage I have. I guess I could go Indeedee instead of... What attacks does this have? No, nothing Fairy, actually. Oh no, so we're pulling our first four. That's just what's happening because we didn't get locked in time, which is unfortunate. Really didn't want those four. I feel like they don't give you enough time, but I guess when you're learning, that's kind of the disadvantage. It doesn't give you enough time to look it up. It wants you to have to think on the fly, and so unfortunately that's what we're doing here. Alright, so those are not two Pokemon I expected to see. So this could be an interesting matchup here with Tyranitar, Sandstream, and Exeggutor. We're not really, I don't think we're at any kind of disadvantage here, which is cool. That's a good way to start. So, I mean, I wouldn't be against hitting Gengar quick, and let's go with a quick Dynamax on Exeggutor and hit. What is the difference here? No, the Dynamax. Max Quake raises special defense. This does attack, but isn't as strong. Let's raise our attack. Let's get started by trying to get our team buffed up. So, he does withdraw Gengar, which doesn't really surprise me. He brings out Charizard, which does surprise me. But we'll see. I'm surprised by that because he's 4 times weak to Rock Attack still. So I'm surprised that he'd bring out Charizard in this situation, especially when Gengar... I mean, Gengar does have a disadvantage because everybody knows Tyranitar brings Dark Attacks pretty much. But the fact that he switched it up into someone else who is weak is kind of surprising. So that's a pretty good damage there out of the Dynamax Exeggutor, which is awesome because it's also going to increase the attack of both my Pokemon, who are physical attackers. And Charizard really, I mean, he has a good matchup against Exeggutor, but it doesn't work out here. So he is going to get an Earthquake off, which is big, because he's not affected by it. Charizard isn't. But Charizard does have the type advantage against Exeggutor, but I don't believe there's any way that Exeggutor... Oh yeah, I forgot that he's in a choice of something. I don't know. I didn't actually read the item. So he's choiced. So I'm stuck on Crunch. So I'm going to Crunch Copperajah, and I'm going to just go for the KO on Charizard because I think Exeggutor's faster. So my thought would be interesting. So Max Quake is a ground attack, not a rock attack. Alright, so what if we go the other direction then? So we're going to go Rock Slide. Oh, but I can only use Crunch. But Crunch will kill him. Why am I even debating this? So Crunch will kill him. We'll use Max Knuckle again on Copperajah to raise our attack. And I expect to switch him, but he's not going to. So he's going to... I believe he'll lose both Pokemon here. So unless Charizard outspeeds Tyranitar here, which is very possible, both Pokemon are going to die. The question is how much damage will Exeggutor take from Charizard? Oh, so Tyranitar is faster than Charizard, so he's going to lose both Pokemon here. That's huge. I mean, that's a big play there for us, taking out both Pokemon with this combination that we didn't even mean to have. So that worked out really nicely for us, even though we didn't mean to. Is that a Pikachu? Oh, Mimikyu. He named it Pikachu. Okay, I was going to say, I was like, really? You're going to bring out Pikachu? But so there is a Mimikyu on the board. I say we're going to go straight for the Gengar. And Mimikyu is going to... Nothing's going to hurt Mimikyu this turn. So maybe we go a different direction then. I don't think it's going to matter. Gengar's pretty weak. But Exeggutor should attack before Gengar, being Dynamaxed and in Sand. So the question... So really interesting. So this attack's going to be super effective on him as well. So this should still KO Gengar, which I would assume in one hit, because Gengar's got no defense. Oh, so he must be, so he's gonna survive that because he is, whatever it's called, Focus Sash. So he will survive that hit, which is, I mean, kind of a big deal, I guess. He gets another chance to survive, so Mimikyu's Disguise is going to be down now. So I didn't want to use my Dynamax attack into Disguise because I knew it wasn't going to do anything. So it is... Oh, interesting. So we're going to use Hypnosis here. He's going to put Exeggutor to sleep. But what's interesting here... So Gengar's usually known as a really fast Pokemon. So to see Gengar outsped... Oh, so the Sandstorm is still going to finish Gengar. That's big. I didn't even think about that. But he was outsped either way, so he was going to die either way. So it was interesting, the turn of events here. So it is cool, though, that our first game with rented Pokemon, we're actually on the flip side now, where we're kind of running through this team here. So there's no way he's gonna get attacked twice. So we're gonna crunch Mimikyu, and I don't see any reason to leave a sleeping Excadrill in. So we're gonna bring in Corviknight, who has Iron Head, which is gonna be big against Mimikyu. And I mean, honestly, this is a pretty obvious win here. I don't really see any reason why we shouldn't, unless this Mimikyu somehow pulls it out of his butt. I think it's interesting though. Our opponent didn't Dynamax, so he didn't use any of his Dynamaxes. His Pokemon died too fast, I guess. So Mimikyu will fall. That was a pretty easy and quick game. So if you want to see more of us kind of learning Pokemon and how to play competitively, feel free to like, subscribe, comment below places I can improve. Let me know, do you think that there was any way we could have won those first 2 games? Let me know what you would have done differently if you think we could have won with the team we played through, and maybe we'll try again later. If not, if you want to comment below some good rented teams, and we can try those out and try and learn from those. And then I would like to, within the next few episodes, to start getting into competitive ranked play and see how we do there with people that are playing more strategically, and then, like I said, eventually build our own team. So if you enjoy the series, please subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.